Hi everyone, my name is Virginia Marquez. I will be presenting today Bridging the Gap. Consumers are divided in five different groups or categories. These are innovators or the risk takers. This group constitutes 2.5% of the population. They're not afraid to take risks. That's the reason they are called the risk takers. They're coming from high socioeconomic status. They are younger in age, they are very social, and they have proximity to scientific sources. These are the people who change the world because they're not afraid to try new things, they're not afraid to and new innovations. The second group are the early adopters. The early adopters are called the opinion leaders. They are called opinion leaders because they are the second group adopting innovations after the innovators already has done. They make up 13.5% of the population. They are very discreet in adoptions compared to innovators. They like to see what they are getting into. The third group, the early majority, the cautious adopters, as they are called. They constitute 34% of the population. They take time to adapt to new innovations. They average in socioeconomic status, and they have proximity with early adopters as well. They just take a little bit more of their time to search around, to look around, and to see what is in the market. The fourth group, the late majority, the skeptics. This group comprises 34% of the population. They are more skeptical. They will only adopt an innovation after most members already have. They are below average in socioeconomic status, meaning that they don't have the same financial gains, the same capital than the early adopters or early majorities. They are more cautious with their money and they take a little bit more of their time to investigate which one is the best option or the best choice to go. And the last group are the laggards. The laggards are the last group to try new innovations. They constitute 16% of the population. They have a little bit more hesitations to change, and they tend to be older. They tend to be more traditional, more attached to what they already know, which make them to take a little bit more time than other people to do. Innovators, early adopters, and early majorities, and the Bible. Innovators are eager to use new technology, according to Rogers 2003. They are the ones who change the world. They are the ones that bring new ideas and new innovations to improve quality and performance in any corporation. As we can see in the Bibles, we can find when and look at night when Jesus had called the 12 disciples together. He gave them power and authority to drive out all demons and to cure disease. And he sent them out to proclaim the kingdom of God and to heal the sick. He told them, take nothing for the journey, no staff, no bags, no brains, no money, no extra chairs. As you can see in this case, Jesus was the innovators. The 12 disciples were the early adopters, and the early majority were the people that was listening to their voice. Another movement that we can mention is the civil rights movement in 1968 by Martin Luther King. The gay movement in 1969 after the Stonewall riots. Those people, Martin Luther King and the precursors of the gay movement, they were not afraid to risk. They were not afraid to change it. They were not afraid to speak up. Mahatma Gandhi said, live as you were to die tomorrow. Learn as you were to live forever, as Jesus Christ did. Jesus Christ lived that way and that is how he changed the world. Innovators put the first grain as Jesus Christ did, while the early adopters, like the disciples, continue the work of Jesus Christ, reaching out to the early majority. The late majorities and laggards. Late majorities and laggards, as the project defines, are skeptical, stuck in traditions, history, and customs, based on our comforts, conveniences, and status quo. Innovators, early adopters, and early majorities bring changes, express the words. Jesus changed Nicodemus' attitude towards the gospel and gives him a new perspective. God created humans, and everything was beautifully created in its own time. I love that quote because it is telling us exactly how things were going, how innovative can change the way people think, people act, people behave, and how people see the world. The way that Jesus Christ changed the whole entire populations by spreading his word. The last group are the laggards. The laggards will be the people that we need to educate as the disciples did. We need to educate it and give you them evidence that will make them to make their own choices in adapting new ideas. By presenting them with proof of effectiveness, as Jesus did with Thomas, whose skepticism was blinding him. Jesus told Thomas, you believe in me because you saw me. We always will find that group. We always will find the laggers. We always will find the group. They need to see with their own eyes what they are getting into. And this is where we come. This is our job as educators, just to show the way, the same way as Jesus Christ did. To wrap up and to reflect a little bit in how the consumers see the market, how they becoming for that new technology. We need to keep in mind that innovators, they are always the first one to put the glance. Living as the Lord did is valuable and rewarding, just as Jesus' intentions were. We had to lead with dignity and integrity, showing students the way in a precise but convincing way that encourages them to continue the work. Cultivating moral values, respect for others, ethical integrity, and kindness will help to change people's mentalities in a prospective way. It's very important for us as an educators to cultivate those moral values in our students. Recognizing, as Jesus Christ did, that all humans are different with different skills, applying the same concepts to improve the system. If we need and think and recognize these moral values and those skills that every single human have, every single student have, and we apply these concepts to improve the system, we can make changes. At the end, showing how the new innovations can maximize effectiveness will make people utilize it and adopt it. So it's our job, it's our vision to show the way, to show how that new innovations, the new technologies, the new tools can help improve and facilitate the work. And saying this, I would like to say goodbye and thank you for listening to my presentation.